Hey everybody, Excalibur here, and welcome to another unboxing. This time we are looking at a special that AEG puts out. Started in 2014 and has been every year since. It is called the AEG Black Box. I don't know what's in here. I tried to look online, but Dice Tower News was like packed and everything, so I don't know what's in this box, and I don't know if anybody else knows what's in this box. Picked it up at one of my FLGSs. They tend to buy a bunch of them and then sell them, so it's a little bit more expensive than it would have been. Sorry, just I don't think my knife of face maiming is where it's supposed to be. Let me just double check here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I call it my knife of face maiming because one time I was working on a soft resin model and I was carving it, towards my hand and right into it. So anyway, my FLGS gets this. According to reports, the 2014 box was awesome. Had some really good games in it. The 2015 box was not so often, and I remember looking at the contents of that after the fact and realized I had the majority of the stuff that was already in there. So we're talking like love letter and all that. This is the first time I've gotten the black box. Okay, we'll hide you underneath the napkins. So we're going to see what exactly we've got. This is your standard cellophane packaging, and it looks like it's got a sleeve on there. And let's pull this off. And there we are. Two sides, infinite possibilities. It is called Phase, and it looks like it's just one thing. It is very heavy. Let's see what's here. A game by Brian Reese, Jeremy Holcomb, and Brent Keith. It is by AEG. So let's see here. Let's see exactly what kind of game this is. So that's the cover. There's nothing on the inside. Looks like it might be a deck builder of some type. We have our rulebook here, and if you flip it over, it is a storybook as well. So let's see here. It's got a glossary. I'll just go ahead and open it up. Glossary. It's got card interactions and instructions and all that stuff. Pretty straightforward. If I had my camera up above me like I want to, I'm still working on that. And look a lot better. We've got card anatomy, phasing and locking, and area of play. There we go. So it is definitely a card game. And then the storybook looks like it goes over the basics of the world of phase, and it's just a story, fiction. And then we go. It's got deck construction, so building a new deck. And that, maybe it's not a deck builder, maybe it's like Magic the Gathering or a living card game kind of deal. And it's got all your checklists and keepers and all that other stuff in here. I'm going to have to see what this is all about. Sprite, Sun Dominion, and then the other side, we get into the rulebook on the other side there. So let's go ahead and set this down right there. Yeah, we'll set it down here in the box top. It comes with some tokens. We've got white tokens and black tokens. Looks like two different sides. Did it say it was a two-player game? So let's see here. It is 2 to 5 players actually, 30 to 60 minutes, and ages 14 and up. So, anyway, okay. We've got all these tokens. Let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 18 number 5s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 63 1 tokens. And set those to the side. We have some large 70 by 120. A little bit larger than French tarot sleeves. Well, they are tarot. So this is ideal for card crafting system games such as Mystic Vale. So when I opened up Mystic Vale, they had these sleeves, and these seem to feel like thick sleeves, like 90 micron thick sleeves. So you can also get Mayday game sleeves that are the same size. Let's see here. And then we have cards. So we've got balance, and on the back we've got turn sequence. It looks like we've got some characters in here. That's 2 packs. We've got another one, another Venados, and on the back we've got turn sequence there. I wonder if I got duplicates. We'll have to see. Fireheart Golem, Fire Spirit, and then Taunting Fool with a turn sequence, and another Balance with a turn sequence, and Vanquish with a turn sequence, and another Renados with a turn sequence on the back. The insert is your standard. We're going to put cards in here, and it's not really meant to hold cards all that well. So there we go. But it looks like you can hold sleeves pretty easily. Yeah, the sleeves fit in there nicely enough. This is a really crummy insert. I'm probably going to have to look at building one myself, but that'll be a whole nother series. Let's take a look at these cards and see exactly what we've got. So, the sleeves here, there's 150 sleeves, and I don't know how many cards there are in here. So let's take a look. It doesn't say have the contents anywhere on this part of the box. Let's see if the rulebook has a list of the cards. 306 cards, but 150 sleeves. That is odd. I'm going to have to see what's going on. So these are influence tokens, and they say 150 sleeves, so maybe that's how it works. Actions and costs. Initial setup for each player. Place 10 good and evil in the Nexus. Each player draws 3 cards, and they choose 1 card in their hand and place it into their barracks. Player whose top card of the deck now shows a lower training cost goes first. In the event of a tie, players cut to random cards in the decks and pair again, continuing until a tie does not occur. It doesn't say anything about the sleeves. If there's 306 cards, why would they only give you 150 sleeves? That just doesn't make any sense. Alright, so let's open up one of these Venados deals here. And they do not have a standard unwrap. It's shrink wrapped. I don't want to rip the card, so let's find a hole. And we will try and exploit the plastic at that hole. Alright, so I've stretched it out enough to get this guy in. There we go. And that should be enough for me to be able to tear it open. There we go, right up the side. And right down here. There we are. Now, he's a Sun Dominion. He's a good card, apparently. The artwork is very nice. And let's see here. There are a lot of them. There are 3 copies right here. And then Lady Morgana. There's 3 copies of her. I'll just pull them out here. Oh, and there's a Skull Queen in the back. Then Lady Morgana and Pain is on the back. 3 Grey Wolf. And the Heartless one on the back. I wonder if that's corruption that flips them over. Sister Alexis. 3 of them. Flips it over. Oracle of Liss. 3 of them again. Flipped over to the Skull Queen. And the other one was the Sculptured Steel. You saw that. Callistra. That's how I'm going to pronounce that. And Glim. The Sculptor. And the Overseer. I'll just show you the artwork. There you go. Sorry about that. Sister Yara. And the Overseer. So it looks like the Overseer is on the back of 6 cards at least. And here's a Dwanzi Monk and another Overseer. And Brother Jeremy. I know a couple of people named Jeremy. And Infernal Guard is on the back. We have a reference card. Now the tarot size cards are pretty nice because you have a lot of information you can put on them in nice big text. Make it easy to read. So that's a turn sequence. And on the other side is combat, where you declare attackers, declare defenders, skirmish action round, and then resolve the skirmish. So that's interesting. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find another one of those Venados and see if it's the same cards that are coming out of that. Let's get this deal of face maiming here. Very carefully put it in. I had a friend who used to work for AEG, but he moved on. I think he was more of an intern rather than an actual employee. So we have 4 Venados in that one, and 4 See No Evils on the back. Now this one here is the Heartless one, so that's a little different, but the fronts are the same. And then we have Lady Murdana and the Skull Queen. So it looks like, and there's a Heartless one, and Venatal Assassin. Sculptured Steel, Venatal Assassin, Glim, and See No Evil. So there are different fronts and backs to each of the cards. Then here's Grey Wolf again, and he's got the Skull Queen and Pain and Sculptured one and Venatal Assassin. Sister Alexis, who has Overseer, Glim, Overseer. This is Callistra, and another Callistra, an Oracle of Liss, Sisters of Yara, the Dwanzi Monks, Brother Jeremy, a lot of him, and then another deal. And this is, I'm going to have to really read up these cards and see what's going on with that. And also why they chose to only 150 of the cards ever played with at any given time, and you have to unsleeve them. That'd be kind of crazy. I'd rather just go and buy a bunch of sleeves and sleeve the entire kit, because these are clear, which that's odd. So here's Vanquish, and on the back is Necromancer. Vanquish again, and on the back is the Undying, and then Vanquish and Crusher. Then we've got Brother Styx and the Undying, Brother Styx and the Crusher, Brother Styx and a Hungry Reaver. So this is definitely some awesome artwork. We have Nymphs and Exalibur, Nymph and Fire Spirit, Nymph and Necromancer. And here's a None Chim 3 and a Hungry Reavers on the back. None Chim 3 and Exalibur, None 3 and Fire Spirit. Oh, this guy's cool. His name is Ted. Watch out for Ted. He'll chew you up. And he's got a Hungry Reaver, and a Fire Spirit, and Destructos on the back of that one. And here's Trivet, and Necromancer. Trivet, Treve, I guess. And then you've got Jexabril, Trivet, and Chained Horror. And then here's Anonymous, with Destructos on the back. Anonymous and Chained Horror. Anonymous and the Flying Death. We have Taunting Fool and Destructos, and a Taunting Fool and a Chained Horror, Taunting Fool, and Slaughter. That's a new one. Definitely evil stuff on the backs. Then we have a Scout and Slaughter. A Scout and the Flying Death, and a Scout and the Undying. Then a Squeezle with the Flying Death on the back. Squeezle with a Slaughter, and Squeezle with Crusher. And then we've got Combat. Now the turn sequence, it's one of those things. Then we have some big decks, and then we've got Balance and Taunting Fool. There's a lot of cards in this. 306 to be exact, as they say. Alright. So let's go here. Ooh. I'm not afraid of the knife. I just say I am because, well, knowing my luck, one day I'm going to cut and go and take out my face, because that's how things work with me. I am very, very clumsy. Alright, so we have Balance. He's a keeper and good. And Gladiator on the back, who's a keeper but evil. Balance and Reznar, which is another keeper. Balance and Sworn Defender. A Sworn Defender that's evil. That's interesting. We have someone named Nighthawk with a Sworn Defender. Nighthawk and Gladiator, Nighthawk, and Reznar. Then we have the Cognet and a Gladiator. Cognet and a Duchess. And here's Tornadus. Gladiators on the back. Damianos and Athanasios. That's my best pronunciation of those. And then we have Demonios and a Vampire Spawn, Demonios, and a Berserker, Demonios, and Reznar. We have a Fireheart Golem, as we know, our favorite magical automata, and Penegolan. A tip to people who make games: make sure that your names are easy to pronounce, or you provide pronunciation key. Fireheart Golem and Thanasios, Fireheart Golem and Reznar. And then we have Defense Matrix Z with the Vampire Spawn, and Defense Matrix with Penagolan. And here's a Villa Rose with Athanasios, and Villa Rose with Silky J, Villa Rose with Trimecules. That's my best pronunciation. It looks a bit like Hercules. So Velaros with Duchess. We have Brother Bent. That's pretty cool looking. And on the back is a Silky J. Brother Brent, and Trimecules, Brother Brent, and Duchess, Brother Brent, and Penagolan. Then we have some more sprites. If you remember what the sprite looked like, there you are. And it looks like Vampire Spawn sprite, and a Berserker sprite, and Athanasios sprite, and Penagolan. And then another tip card. So, here's another one with Balance. There we go. Let's get this unwrapped. I think I'd seen this somewhere, this game, and I was thinking about it. So we have Balance again, as you can see, and we've got a Silky J, Duchess, and Trimecules there. We have 3 more Nighthawks, and a Trimecules, a Duchess, and a Silky J. 3 more The Cognet, and on the back it's Panagalon and Sworn Defender and Resnar. Then we have Tornadus right here, Athanasios, Sworn Defender, and a Resnar. It looks like pretty much they have one each of the good with one each of the bad on the back. That's what it seems to look like. Defense Matrix Z again, and 3 of them. And we've got Gladiator, Resnar, and Athanasios. Damianos, if you recall what he looked like. Yeah. And there's 3 of them here again. And we've got Sworn Defender, Panagalon, and Gladiator. Fireheart Golem. And they've got the Gladiator and Vampire Spawn and Berserker. Brother Brent, right there again. 3 of them. Vampire Spawn, Berserker, and Athanasios. Another Viseros. There's 3 of them. And here's the backs. We've got Vampire Spawn, Berserker, and Panagalon again. And then 3 more sprites. And there they go, all over my office. Isn't that an awesome thing to see happen? This is done live without a script. Can you tell? So sprite, sprite, sprite. Come on, fan out. There we go. And we've got Trimecules, Silky J, and Duchess. And then we've got another tip card. Alright. Taunting Fool. I wonder if they're talking about me. Maybe they're not talking about taunting a fool, but they've got a taunting fool. Now, if this had clear cards like they did for Mystic Veil, then I could see having 150 sleeves. I just don't understand this. So we've got Taunting Fool and the Flying Death. 3 Brother Sticks. And a Fire Spirit, Necromancer, and a Jexabril. So, we've seen all these. We've seen Vanquish, None Chim 3. We've seen the Nymph, and the Trivet, and Ted, and Anonymous, and Squeezle, and Scout. And we've seen the tip cards. So, not much new there. I think we've gone through pretty much all the different types of cards. Now, this is a much thicker deck. I don't know what's in this one. I'm guessing more of the same. So I'll just go through and I'll take a look at the cards. If I find anything new, I will show it. But it looks like there might be something interesting in here. Okay, there we go. The cards, by the way, they are not textured, so they don't have the linen finish. They are smooth. They're pretty bendy, but I wouldn't do it. So overall, the cards are pretty decent size. So we've got Fireheart Golems, Defense Matrix Z's, Damianos, Brother Brent, Viseros, Sprite, Vanquish, Brother Sticks, Nymphs, None Chim 3s, Teds, Trivets, Anonymous, Taunting Fools. Yeah, it looks like we've got them all here. Scout and Squeezle. They probably have to be sorted into what they are. I'll have to see exactly what goes on with these rules, because I am superbly confused overall by this thing. They talk about deck construction and stuff. There we go. That blade's getting a bit dull after all the foam core that I've gone through. So, we got some more Venados. And I don't know why I'm putting a Spanish accent on that. I don't know. Lady Mardana, Grey Wolf, Callistra, Sister Alexis, Oracle of Lys. Yeah, we've gone through all these. Sister Yara, the Sculptor, the Dwanzi Monk. Yep, Brother Jeremy, Nighthawks, Balance again, Tornadus, and the Cognet. I am really confused about this overall. I'll have to check online and see exactly what's going on with this. So, there you have it. Phase by Brian Reese, Jeremy Halcomb, and Brent Keith. Published by AEG. And I'm going to have to really see what's going on. I'm not seeing anything different in here. It looks like the influence points affect cards. We've got a sample turn and training. Each player is responsible for sufficiently randomizing their own deck. In addition to normal shuffling, players may take any number of cards from the top of the deck, flip them over, and then place them back on top. So, I guess you can make things eel just by flipping them over. I guess having dual-sided cards, you can double the number of creatures you have. So you have warriors, and you have resources. Alright. So, color me confused, but that is Phase by published by AEG, and a game that was created by Brian Reese, Jeremy Halcomb, and Brent Keith.